Have we fallen from grace? Let's continue our Galatians series with Galatians chapter 5 from a messianic Torah observant perspective. Galatians 5 verse 1. It is for freedom that the Messiah has set us free. Stand firm then and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery. What is this yoke of slavery? Well, once you have faith in Yeshua as Messiah, you are justified. But if someone comes along and says to you, but wait, you still aren't justified until you get baptized, circumcised, speak in tongues, and join my specific denomination, and then you'll be justified. Then this is the yoke of slavery Paul was talking about. It's also known as legalism. This is how one falls from grace. Now remember, the Messianic movement, the Torah observers in Yeshua, are in no way promoting legalism. We believe and teach that justification comes by faith in Yeshua, and we do not believe that your works justify you. Keeping Torah, which includes loving your neighbor, is the process of sanctification, the process of becoming like Yeshua and obeying the word of Yah. It's our way of bearing fruit. Yahweh says, if you love me, keep my commandments. And it's a sign that we have a change of heart. This is the big difference between legalism and the Torah observant movement in Yeshua, which is crucial for everyone to understand. Galatians 5 verse 2. Mark my words. I, Paul, tell you that if you let yourselves be circumcised, that is, joining Judaism for salvation, the Messiah will be of no value to you at all. If you think Jewish membership or circumcision into Judaism gets you justified, then the Messiah is of no value to you at all, for you are now in a false gospel, a works-based relationship, and you come out guilty. You think the gospel is Yeshua plus circumcision, then this is the false gospel, for faith in Yeshua is all you need for justification. Galatians 5 verse 3 and 4. Again I declare to every man who lets himself be circumcised that he is obligated to obey the whole law. You who are trying to be justified by the law have been alienated from the Messiah. You have fallen away from grace. So again, if you think your circumcision saved you or that your specific church membership is your justification, then you are trying to be justified by the law. And this is what Paul was rebuking. Legalism. And this is how one falls away from grace. But do not allow anyone to tell you that if you've fallen from grace just because you want to keep Torah after you put your faith in Yeshua. We, the Torah observant community in Yeshua, do not keep Shabbat or eat kosher or become circumcised for justification, salvation purposes. We do these things after we are justified, and this is known as the process of sanctification, the process of becoming like Yeshua and obeying the word of Yah. This is our bearing of fruit. You will know them by their fruits, says Yeshua. Remember, Yah said, if you love me, keep my commandments. And this is so important to understand. So, to answer the question of the title, have we, the Torah observant community, fallen from grace? Well, if you have faith in Yeshua and know He is your salvation alone, and you keep the commandments of Yahweh after you are justified in order to practice loving Yahweh and your neighbor, which is known as sanctification, then the answer is no, you have not fallen from grace. Being fallen from grace is when you try to cash in your works for salvation or justification, which we, the Torah observant community in Yeshua, do not teach or believe. This is so important to understand. If you want a more in-depth teaching, verse by verse in Galatians, I recommend the Galatian series by Eliyah on YouTube, and I'll leave his link on his channel below. Please comment below and subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. Thank you, and shalom.